Alright, so that's Monkey D. Let's move on to Bartholomew Kuma. Now, look, you gotta remember, Kuma is a normal legend, so we cannot expect too much from this guy, okay? So with that out of the way, let's talk about Kuma. Bartholomew Kuma, daughter protecting hero. Man, I really wish this guy was the Super Sugo. This artwork goes so hard. It looks so cool. Alright, let's have a look here. So, Kuma, it looks to be a strength unit. Yep, strength, free spirit, powerhouse. He does have super tandem boost, which of course is going to work with Luffy. He's also an attack style unit. And I would guess as well, I did pull up the database here real quick because one thing that kind of came to mind immediately when I saw that Kuma was strength was this. So this Bonnie has abilities that works with Kuma. Where, what does she do? So this Bonnie gives attack and defense, CT up, and then level 5 CT down against world government. And then her Rumble special removes, so it's a special delay, 5 attack buff, inflicts CT down to world government. When Kuma or Ginny's on the crew, remove 10%, a further 10% of world government enemies. So this character works really well with when you have a Kuma on the team. So let's see what this guy's all about, okay? So his special ability, he will do 290. Is there a significance behind the number 290? That's oddly specific. Cooldown is 15, so 16 naturally. It's 15 with limit break expansion. Damage to one enemy, ignoring all defensive effects. He doesn't go through normal attacks only? Brother. Are we... Look, do you guys remember, like, what this moment was? As if he doesn't go through normal attacks only. That's ridiculous. Reduces the damage threshold on all enemies by 7 turns. If the special is activated when the crew has an attack boost and a chain multiplier state. Well, set chain multiplier, so chain lock or chain boundary. Strength and free spirit characters get 1750 base attack for 2 turns. Wow, base attack boost, my favorite. If the special is activated when you have an attack boost, you get a chain lock for 2 turns. No, it's a chain boundary because it starts at 3.25, max at 30.0. Otherwise, you get the attack boost for 2 turns. When Jewelry Bonnie is on the crew or as a support on this character, nullifies int type damage for 2 turns and boosts the attack of the next final tap by 50%. Again, oddly specific, but obviously we know that Saturn is int. Nullifies int damage for 2... I mean... That's crazy. That is actually crazy. We haven't seen nullification of a specific type of damage for actually quite a long time. Like, that's okay. So we know that there's going to be an int boss that does a ton of damage and you use him to negate it. That's what it's going to be, right? I'm already not liking this, though, because, like, the threshold, yeah, that's good. This is whatever. This is whatever. This could be okay, I guess. This is, like... oddly specific. When 3 or more worst gen Rev Army or Paramecia on the crew extends all crews attack boost, base attack, and chain sets that are currently active by 1. Sure. Whatever you say, brother. Whatever you say. Captain ability, Love Driven Mindless Body. At the start of the quest, applies an effect to each enemy to reduce damage over 10,000 by 65% for 10 turns. Okay. So what this means is that at the start of the turn, at the start of the quest, for 10 turns, any damage that exceeds 10,000 is reduced by 65%. So it's like a damage threshold for your side of the field. So what this means is, let's say an enemy hits you for 20,000 damage. So you take the first 10,000 normally, but then the excess, which is another 10,000, is reduced by 65%. So you take away the 65, right? So it ends up being like 4,500, 3,500, whatever it is. Either way, you take the first 10,000 and the excess of the 10,000 is reduced by 65%. This effect it's bad. It's not very good. It's not very good. Boost Fighter Powerhouse by 5.25, HP 1.4. Fighter Powerhouse quick and recovery slots are matching, and when HP 60% or more cannot be defeated even if hit by an attack. Dude, we're going back to the old school freaking zombie days, brother. Let's go. Alright, zombie Kuma, let's go. Okay, so if you're above 60%, it basically means if you're above 60% and an enemy does like a hit against you that would kill you, you will always survive. Do note though that if there are 2 enemies that attack you at the same time, you will die. It's just meaning like any one attack, you will survive guaranteed if you're above 60%. So you got his special ability, which can have nullify against int, but his captain ability can also just survive the attack as well. And then his captain ability says that reduces child and paramecia special charge time by 7 at the start of the quest. Increase base HP of child and paramecias by 1500. Why? Like, seriously, like, what are we doing here? Like, they're just making these guys ultra niche for very specific characters, and it's just not good. Like, this is just not good. It's really not. Oh, poor Kuma, getting the short end of the stick once again. Crewmate ability. Powerhouse and free spirit HP by 1.1. Cannot be blown away. When you tap on this character with a recovery slot, you further increase your color affinity. Why? That's so odd. Alright, whatever, bro. Super Tandem Boost. When a Super Tandem from a Worst Gen or a Rev Army or a Paramecia activates, Worst Gen and Rev Army and Paramecias get a level 5 boost. I mean, sure. Sure. Okay. Superclass ability. Well, you nearly need one of the following units on the team. Bonnie, any Vegapunk, Sentomaru. Huh, I would have thought for sure Luffy would have counted for this, but he doesn't. Okay. Free Spirit to Super Free Spirit. This character gets a recovery slot. Boost all enemies increase damage taken effect by 0.5. And, okay. So, it's just 1.5 increased damage taken. Ignoring status effects or immunity. Okay, this wording is a little weird. So, because the buffing mentions ignoring immunity, whereas the ignoring immunity should probably be here. So, actually, I don't know if this does go through full immunity or not. The buffing of the increased damage taken is... Yeah, the wording's weird here, but... It doesn't really matter. You're not going to use him as a captain because his captain ability is really bad. So, yeah, Kuma in normal content is just... Big no-no. He is just not good. He is not good. He's obviously going to be built for content that is about to drop. But, like, outside of this content this month, I just don't see this guy ever being used. He's kind of bad. Support effect to Bonnie. Once per quest, when the supported character activates a special, reduces damage threshold by 2 turns and further boosts increased damage taken by 0.25. This is actually a very good support effect. Very good support effect, but obviously it's only for Bonnie. But it is good. But it is good. You can use it as crewmate. That is a good point. That is a good point. But it's still pretty bad. Let's be real. It's still pretty bad. Alright. Maybe his rumble is what we should be excited about here. So he's an attack style unit, so keep that in mind. So his rumble special is 32 CT. He gives himself a defense boost. He gives Rev Armies and Vegapunk level 5 attack. He targets 3 enemies for 4x damage, and if Bonnie's on the team, target 1 world government character for defense ignoring 3 times damage. I mean, like, that's kind of crazy. Again, oddly specific, but like that will almost, like, especially with investments, this is just an insta-kill against a world government character. But again, like, you're not really going to be doing this. Yeah, it's just like whatever. His rumble ability gives Rev Armies and Vegapunks HP 6, Speed 6, Defense 6. Bonnie HP 6, Attack 6, Defense 6. When Bonnie's on the team, gives himself level 10 attack, level 3 CT. When 3 or more Rev Armies or Vegapunks, targets self for HP 6, Defense 6. So they really want you to run this like Rev Army Vegapunk style team with Bonnie on it. You're just not going to do that because it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. Okay. So overall, what I will say is that while I think Luffy is pretty well designed and I think he's pretty cool, I was hoping for so much more from this guy. How unfortunate, because this artwork is so cool, yet he is just really not all that. So yeah, at this point, I don't think we know what the rare recruits are. Someone in chat may be able to correct me if it is shown, but yeah, the fact that we got the Luffy, who is pretty cool, pretty well designed, and then we get this guy, and he's designed like this. Oh man, this is just so disappointing. And we even mentioned it right before the reveal happened about the fact that there's a good chance we're getting a Luffy, there's a good chance we're getting a Kuma, and the fact is that, like, they could do Super Sugo Luffy and then a normal Legend Kuma, and they ended up doing that, and the Kuma just got shafted, man. I don't know how else to say. He got shafted. He's just not that good. He's really not. So in this celebration, like, if you get the Luffy, if you do end up doing pulls and you end up pulling the Luffy, that's awesome. But then some people may say, should I chase for Kuma? The ultimate question for that, or the answer to that, is no. You shouldn't chase this guy. Yes, he's going to help you in this celebration, but outside of it, I just don't see how there's any reason you would, like, actively need this guy. Like, he's just not that good. Anyways, I feel bad for Kuma, because I'm a big Kuma fan, but, I don't know. Maybe we'll get another Super Sugo one in the future. We'll see. Alright, well, it is what it is. It is what it is.